Hello everyone, welcome back to Sneha Ghode Programming YouTube channel. So as we know previously, in the previous video we are done with the hands-on of example 1, that is to find the perimeter of square. So in this video we are going to see today that how to calculate the area of rectangle, and we'll see the program explanation of it, and in the next video we'll go for the hands-on. Okay, so stay tuned. Let's start. In this program, here first of all our example is write a program to find the area of rectangle where the length is 5 meter and the width is 10 meter. So we have to find the area of this rectangle, right? So we know that how the area, how the rectangle is. So I'll just give you the quick explanation about the rectangle. Let me take this. Okay, so this is our rectangle. Okay, this is our rectangle. So here in the example, the length of the rectangle, this is length and this is width, right? So length of the rectangle is given as 5 meter and width is given as 10 meter. Now for finding out the area of rectangle, first of all we should know the formula of finding out the area. So the area of rectangle formula is length into breadth, that is width. Okay, so the width is given by the user. Already it is given in the example, so we have to use the same. If it is not given, and if you have, we need to take the values from the user, we can use the scan function, or else directly you can declare the values of length is equal to 5 and width is equal to width is equal to 10. Okay, so we'll get the answer over here, that is 50. Okay, now here more than one conditions we may have to satisfy. Like for example, the user will give the 10 rectangles, and that for the 10 rectangles they will give the different values. So for that purpose, always will use the scanf function, because every time we don't know that what will be the value of length is going to become, and what will be the value of width is going to become from the user side. So for the ideal situation, we'll always go with the scanf function for getting the value from the user. Okay, so sample output. So sample output we have to print as enter the length of a rectangle. So for printing this line we have to use the printf function, and for getting the value from the user, that is 5, we have to use the scanf function. Same here also, printf function. Here we'll get 10. So it's not breadth. We can say breadth also, but it is given as width. So width of rectangle. Then area of rectangle, this we are going to print, and this value we are going to calculate and we are going to print. Okay, and here we can see the unit is given. So unit of the rectangle, that finding out the area is square unit. Okay, so unit is depend on this meter. It can be meter, centimeter, inches, anything. So before that we have to use the square, that is square meter. That is, we can say also meter square, centimeter square, right, like that. Okay, let's quickly have a look for the program. So as we know, every program starts execution from the main function. So before that, we are going to use the header files. So here we are only using the printf and scanf. So that's why we are just including the standard input output header file. Then main function. Main function is a driver of the program. So first we are going to write down main function. Here the main function is going to be start. Now here, okay, now we don't know that what will be the length, width and area of the rectangle. So that's why by ideally, if we'll think, so centimeter length can be in a decimal points also. Width also can be in a decimal points, right? So that's why we are going to use float over here. So here for length, for storing the value of length, we are using len variable. For storing the width, we are using wid, and for storing the area, we are using the area variable, and which is having a data type float. Okay, so here a declaration is done and float is our data type. Okay, again I quickly just declare or create the memory locations. Okay, so this is our block 1, 2 and 3. It is a float data type, so it is going to occupy 4 bytes of memory. Okay, so this is our length, this is our width and this is our area. Okay, now it is going to occupy 4 bytes of memory in the memory location. Okay, so length, we'll just give the as example 1000. Okay, now see, it will be in a continuous memory allocation, right? Means one after another it is going to be stored. So if it is starting from the 1000, so 1000 and 1000 is a first memory location starting. Okay, it is a 4 bytes, so it will occupy 4 bytes, means 1000, 1001, 1002, 1003. Okay, so next is going to be start, means the memory location is going to be start from 1004, and here its range is 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007. So area will start from 1008 till 1009, 1010, 1011, 1012. That is sorry, till 1011. Okay, so next will be start from 1012, right? Okay, so hope this is clear for everyone that how the memory is getting allocated. Okay, now printf. So as we have to follow this sample output as it is, first of all we have to enter the length of a rectangle, right? So that's why here we are using the printf function, and whatever the terms we are going to write down in the double quotes will be printing as it is. Then next we need to get the value from the user, so for that one we are using the scanf function. So %f, because it is the data type is a float, %n length, means at the location of, that is 1000 location, here whatever the value is given by the user is getting stored. So length is given by the user is 5, right? That is 5 meters. So what we are doing, we are simply, how it is getting stored, 1 2 3 4 5 6, because it is of float data type. It is of float data type. Let me reduce some. Yeah, it is of float data type. Okay, then again we have to enter width of rectangle. So whatever the things are written in the double quotes will be printed as it is on the screen. So here by using the scanf function, now we have to get the value of width. So width value is given as 10.123456 because it is a float data type, and in the memory it is getting stored like this, right? Okay, then here now we know the formula of finding out the area of rectangle, that is area is equal to length into width. So here now what is the value of length? It is 5 into 10. Okay, so it is 5 into 10 will be 50. So 50, and as it is a float data type, right? The area is a float data type. Here we have to use this zeros. Okay, so this is done. The calculation is done by using this formula, and data is also present in the area memory location. Okay, now here we have to print the area of a rectangle now. So we are going to print area of rectangle %f because here it is a float data type, and we have to give the unit also. So a square meter we have written, comma area, that the value stored at the area memory location is going to be print over here. So here this is done, and here we'll go for the return 0 because here we have used the int main. I hope this is clear for everyone. Okay, now the second example is like if we don't have the if the user is giving us the value of length as, okay, value of length is 5.2 and value of width is 10.1. okay, so how it will work? So see here, enter the length of rectangle, %f length, it is 5.2. okay, and width is 10.1. right? Now we have to do the calculation. Okay, so here 5.2 into 10.1 will get 52.52, right? 52.52. So here first two digits will be occupied like this, and other four digits will be as it is zeros. Okay, and accordingly we'll get our answer over here, that is 5.2 and 10.1. so here 0.52 square meter. Like this we'll get the answer. Okay, what if the sample input is not given like this? Okay, and only this term is given 5 meter and 10 meter. Okay, here we'll go with 5.2 and 10.1. okay, now without using scan function, how we are going to perform this task? Okay, so here scanf. Okay, here directly we are going to write down 5.2, means we are assigning the value here 10.1. okay, now enter the, no need to write down this, now just we need to tell them that what is the length of rectangle and what is the breadth of that is width of rectangle. So no need to say enter because we are not scanning. Okay, so here now we have to print this value. So what we'll do, we'll use %f and length, comma length value. Here also %f and here comma width value. Okay, means length of the rectangle is length, width of the rectangle is width, and area is equal to length into width, and area we are going to print here. Okay, if you don't want to use this extra area, okay, extra area, so here also you can just delete this, and instead of area you can write down the formula over here, that is length into width. Okay, so by using only the two variables you can perform this task, right? Okay, so when we can do this, whenever if you are not in need of using of this final output. Okay, if you are not using this final output, means like for example, there is a program where I have to add the perimeter of circle plus area of rectangle. Okay, so in that, at that time here this area is required for me. Okay, here now this data is not going to be stored anywhere, right? We are directly just multiplying this and printing the output. But if we are assigning, means if we are assigning area is equal to length into width, so this is getting stored. Once we will print the enter, still the area in the area memory location, the 52.52 value will be there. Okay, but if in this case, in this program here, length into width, once after getting the output, once we are going to enter, press the enter button, will not get and we are trying to print the area value, will not get it. Okay, because we are not storing that value anywhere in any particular variable. Okay, so if we are using the area value for adding into the perimeter of the square, so at that time this area variable name, we need to store that value where somewhere. Okay, so yes, hope this is clear for everyone. In the next video we'll see the hands-on on this, and we'll find out that how many ways, in a different ways, we can execute this program, okay, with small things. Till that, like, comment, share and subscribe the channel, and stay tuned. Thank you. If you are having any doubts, you can comment in the comment box. Thank you.